it on. Oh, you wish you were my Levi jeans. Took the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Pounce on that shit, dance. Pounce on that shit, dance.
Let me tell you the backstory. Hey y'all, hi Tawanda, how are you? I'm sorry, y'all. Let me tell you the backstory. What was supposed to happen today? So I was supposed to go live, but I forgot I had an appointment, had some things to do, and I was supposed to have my friend here. So we're just gonna do it from this in the next conversation I have. I'm going to keep this going for the month of October as well as breast cancer. We're going to discuss that tomorrow, but we're going to get into this story. I decided to do something with domestic violence because I have seen a lot of people kind of don't know or have a sense of certain domestic violence issues. But before I get into that, I wanted to clear up something. I was on TikTok. I posted a video. Okay, I'm gonna start it with the base. I posted a video about my friend when I first came on YouTube like 3-4 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was. It wasn't 4. Wait. Probably 2 or 3 years ago. We'll say 4 to 3 years ago. And I did one. My first video was about what happened to my friend, how she lost her life through the hands of her baby father. Um, the story was she was getting ready to move out her apartment. Things were falling apart with them. She was getting ready to move out her apartment the day of her birthday to another apartment. And she wasn't going to let him know where she lived. The relationship was over. He was doing a lot of abusive things. And he climbed through her window. I had got a phone call. I didn't answer. And the abuse had already been building up. And from what I've heard, she one of the mutual friends of ours say she heard her say, "What? How you got in my house?" when she had just got home from church. And he sat there all night. He was there with the kids and everything. And then he took, once the kids went to sleep, they got into an altercation. They had twins. And he took her life while the children were asleep, took the twins and left out the window. When his mother saw him, he was covered in blood. She called the police. They did a wellness check and she was deceased. My friend has been deceased since 2013. I was on TikTok recently and I got word on the street that there was someone using my friend's name, and I was trying to figure out what people were talking about. And I had to respond and say what the deal was. So to everybody from TikTok, I want to appreciate y'all for learning the story of what happened and realizing there are plenty of different Tiffany Lamars. Please don't go harass that man TikTok page. He's just saying how he had to take care of his son fully while the mother ran away, okay? My friend wasn't a deadbeat. My friend was a victim. So I want to tell you, tell anybody that watch from TikTok, thank y'all. Y'all got the story, and I thank y'all for sending love, support. I will be tagging the family so y'all can give them love and support because her birthday was recently, and also it's domestic violence. Now we're gonna go into some things. And shout out to her family for sitting here and keeping her name alive. So I was seeing a lot of people who didn't know what narcissism and abuse was. And it kind of got me to thinking, because of this whole Romika situation, how things going back and forth. We know what toxic relationships are, but we just don't know what comes with abuse and what comes with being with a narcissist, right? This can go for men and women, okay? And I wanted to give some flags about abuse, and I also want to give y'all some details about Black women experiencing being unalived in domestic violence situations. So the statistics is, we've talked about it, but it has got more six times more. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. I don't want to say nothing wrong, okay? But I want y'all to know. 6 times more often than white women that Black women are murdered in the U.S. Black women in the U.S. were on the average 6 times more likely to be murdered than their white peers for the years 1999 through 2020. Black women are dying every hour of the day by the hands of someone they know or love. And this is a constant thing with homicide. And I'm going to get into another story where a Black woman recently lost her life to her ex-boyfriend on her stoop. So, it's basically saying the ages for the past 2 decades, homicides trends of women ages 25 to 44, the ages at which women are most likely to be murdered, and the findings are published in the Lancet. It is well known that the homicide rates among Black women in the U.S. are disproportionately high compared to white women, and that Black women tend to be murdered at young ages and higher rates than any women of color in the U.S., including Native American, Alaska Native women. Despite these facts, data on the disparities remain limited. Women are passing away every hour of the day. Every hour, there's a Black woman getting ready to be buried by their lover, friend, whoever, someone they know. Every time, especially their relationships. Homicide rates are significantly higher than for white women in all 30 states analyzed, with the biggest differences of the states and the highest racial inequalities. The greatest disparity in the homicide rates was in Wisconsin in 2019 and 2020, when Black women was 20 times more likely to be unalive than white women. Black women in the U.S. were most likely than white women to be unalive by a firearm, particularly those in the Northwest and Midwest. Okay, so now let's get into some facts of different abuse. And different types of domestic violence. And I want y'all to look at this because I have talked about religion abuse the longest, and a lot of people have not gotten it. You have coercive control or controlling behavior, physical violence, sexual violence, image-based abuse, emotional or physical abuse, verbal abuse, social abuse, spiritual, religious or cultural abuse. We got elder abuse, lateral violence, financial abuse. We're going to get into that too. Technology abuse or tech abuse, stalking and harassment, and reproductive abuse. That I thought it was 5 types, when it's more. So if y'all watch this replay, we're going to get into it. So coercive, controlling or controlling behavior. A person using coercive control can control who a person sees. That means your family, your friends, That means what you wear, where you go. They can monitor or track you, control your finances, your medicine, your food, your exercise. They blame you or criticize you. They doubt themselves and their experiences and force someone to have actual things done to you. People that experience this feel like they're working on eggshells. They can't disagree with the other person, and it's difficult to say no. So let me give you an example. Let's say you took your friend or your boyfriend, man or girlfriend to meet your parents. Your parents are protective. It's a very great environment. Your family, everybody gets along, kiki laugh, and this person might have a complex, not a savior complex. We'll get into savior complex later, but they may have like abandonment issues. That's what I was looking for. And they might not want to sit here and might not want you around your family because they're not good with their family or things like that. So what they do is they go and they'll be like, you know what? And then your family stick up for you for something that was said slick, and they stick up for you or recommend you something, so it could be anything. They'd be like, you know what, so you be like, y'all leave, right? And then you be like, so, how do you think about my family? Yeah, I don't think you should talk to them anymore. Well, what do you mean? I feel like you don't need to talk to them. I feel like they're too much in our business. I feel like they could come in between us. I don't want to have these fights with you because your family, I love your family so much. Oh, yeah, but you guys, I love them, but I just don't want you around them. Let's say you want to go out and you have your favorite dress and it's fitted, it hugs every part of your curves. Where you going with that on? Or with the men, you got nice tucks on, look nice, got your, you look clean, you look good. Well, where you going? I don't think you should wear that. You look fat in that. That's what they'll tell you. You look fat in that. You look like you gained a couple of pounds. And ain't nothing wrong. That's control. That is control. All right. Physical violence, hitting, punching, kicking, bashing, shoving, or pushing, spitting on someone, pulling your hair, choking or suffocating, throwing things at or near someone, using a weapon, locking someone in outer space, stopping someone from eating, sleeping, or having medication they need, forcing someone to drink and take drugs. And I want to show y'all where a video. I think I can pull it up. Let's say you're eating. I'm gonna show an example too. I'm gonna put some videos up here. Let's say you eating right, and just like we said with the weight, oh, you look like you gained about 4-5 pounds. Yeah, I don't think you should eat that bread. You'd be like, what? You heard me. I don't think you should eat that bread. Or they get mad because why you didn't answer your phone and then start throwing stuff at you. Or they put their hands around your neck. That's one of them. So let me give an example of, I don't want to show physical violence. I'm going to show, let me see. I know what I can do. Hold on. Or they get mad and be like, you're not going to eat tonight. You be like, what? What you mean? Yeah, you want to sit here, you want to smile at somebody's face, you're not going to eat tonight. That's exactly what they do. Oh, yeah, you ain't going to eat tonight. And then you be like, I thought I was going to eat. You're not eating tonight. That's one. Let me see. Yeah. I think I just saw it. What is the name of that movie? I know what movie I can show y'all. Let me put it up there 10 toes down. Where he pulled a fool from her. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all watch this. Let me stop sharing. Shout out to this movie, very educational. Y'all gonna watch the first and second one.
You a married woman. She not.
Okay.
How many times you eat today?
I had a small breakfast. Eggs, toast, fruit, and now dinner.
Next time, cut back on that toast. As a matter of fact, take that bread off your plate. Here, give it to me.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, your boy?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, hold on for 1 second.
Alright.
Hey, you've eaten enough. All right. Clean the table off. Put my plate in the refrigerator, all right?
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, man? Make those items with Stacy happy.
That is a control and abuse. That's a type of physical. There is sexual abuse. We all know about that. We also have image based, and a lot of people don't know this with image based, and this is new. So image based is when someone shares or threatens and shares photos or videos of a person without their consent. It's part of sexual violence and control, right? Images are shared in text message, social media. This is what Cassie went through, the image abuse, to where she was told and bribed, her family was bribed that if she don't, you know, if she don't do certain things that they're going to share it. You have emotional or physical abuse where you criticize someone emotionally, you threaten to harm them, like, oh, if you don't do this, I'm just going to knock you out. You have verbal abuse where you tell them they're stupid, they're unintelligent, they look fat, they're ridiculous. You try to humiliate them, you're screaming at them, or you scared them by screaming. You use religious, like, oh, well, God ain't gonna bless you because you don't love me as your husband, or God ain't gonna do that because you don't love, respect me as your wife. And you be like, I do everything I'm supposed to do. Well, you ain't doing it. You're not gonna buy me that. God ain't gonna be pleased with that. You got to do this by God way. Like, that is another fact of abuse. Social abuse when someone's trying to control a person's relationship with who they talk to on social media and their activities, text messages, chats, and forcing marriage. Marry me, it'll be great. Gaslighting and saying that we get married, it'll be this and that, all this and that. If you don't marry me, I'll tell such and such, and I'll spread this and that. Yeah. Stalking. Then this is the one that everybody don't like to talk about: spiritual, religious, or cultural abuse. Spirit, religious, or cultural abuse is used to control or intimidate someone. We have seen this a lot. It is not limited to any religion or group of people. So preventing someone from practices and being connected to their culture, stopping someone from going to their place of worship, stopping someone from having a contact. Let's say Joanne say she don't like how first lady and the deaconess look at you. So Joanne say, I don't think we should go there no more. Do you really think that God would really do that if we don't go? Or Jimmy Bob. I know these names sound a mess, but he don't like how you talk to the pastor and smile, so he says you can't go to church. Church can be at home. Then he let you go when he's having a good mood, or he want to do something, or she wants to do something. And then in church, people ask you, why you ain't been at church all day or all month? We miss on the times and they miss you. And they notice things going on. Being yelled at, being jumpy, hearing someone yell is jumping to you. Elderly abuse, lateral violence, gossip, group bullying, legal abuse, financial abuse is one of the major ones, to where people will, and this is why I have to say with women, it's okay to be a kept woman to the right man. It's okay to be a kept man to the right woman. People have their different perspectives. But you have to understand how people would use money. I need to find that where a woman was saying that she was abused so bad with financial abuse, she wasn't working, to where she would ask her husband for sanitary napkins. He would not give her the money for it. He told her no. That's financial abuse. Or let's say, hey, honey, we don't have any more dishwashing liquid. I need the money for the dishwashing liquid. Oh, what you need that for? You can figure it out because they mad at you over an argument. So they make sure that you can, I need the money. Or let's say he buy you a car or she buy you a car, but then threaten to take it away. That's financial abuse. So it's a lot of things with abuse. I'm going to see if I can play some safe videos because it's a lot of things that come with abuse is gaslighting. Not only gaslighting, but manipulation. So you can manipulate a person into situations. And when a person goes through their domestic violence, and then you see people that jump or be this and that, or you even see people that I know, I have someone I know that they would be aggressive, passive aggressive to other people because they were being abused at home by their mate. And it made them they were so angry all the time, and they realized they didn't want to live like that because they were going home with no peace. So I'm going to play this video of someone. I'll probably get flagged, but this is a trigger warning, y'all.
I'm just different annoying. I'll show you.
I can't share that. I ain't know it was that bad. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can pull this up. Okay, let me share my screen because that was too much. So if y'all watch the replay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Abusers almost always use the same script. So I really think that it's important that if you're a person who's out there dating, and particularly if you are dating men, to really be put on game. I'm very open about the fact that I left an abusive marriage about a year and a half ago. And that happens right after you leave, as you're healing, as you're breaking the trauma bond, is like you can't stop talking about what happened to you. And that makes sense, right? Because a huge part of abuse is derealization. It's that person trying to gaslight you into their reality, often one in which you are the aggressor or that you deserve what happened to you. So once you're finally free, it's like, I gotta tell everybody. So like, as I was going through this, I found a whole community of survivors. And as we would talk through what happened to us, I realized that like our stories are the same. Oh, your ex was also depressed / anxious / had PTSD from some traumatic childhood event. If you're a woman who has a good job or makes good money, all of a sudden that person was not able to work anymore because of how bad their mental health was. Let me guess, if you had kids with them, they put you through the ringer because abusive men are about twice as likely to request full custody than non-abusive men. Near the end, they either did hit you, or they hit the walls, or they hit an object, or they started throwing things, or they started slamming doors, or they started lording over you, or started yelling at you. Oh, and they ran an entire smear campaign on you to your family, your friends, their friends, etc., such that if you ever reached out for help, everybody would kind of agree, like you were fully triangulated and possibly also isolated. Yes, the stories vary. Darvo is at the center almost all the time: deny, attack, reverse victim offender. And people like this, honestly, like have no limits to what they're willing to do. But after I realized how common and how similar so many of our stories were, sometimes like down to the sentences that our abusers used to use, I got so angry because men be killing their partners. So why were we raised to be male-centered? Why were we raised to give the benefit of the doubt to our literal apex predators? It deeply frustrates me that I was not educated about these topics. If I had read Why Does He Do That by Lundy Bancroft as a teenager, as a woman in my early 20s, I would have recognized red flags so much earlier on. I'm at the point that I honestly just think this is by design. If you are a woman and you are a victim of domestic abuse when your partner is a man, you do not have the support of the police department. You don't have the support of the justice system. You don't have the support a lot of times of your own community. Movie theaters are full of people going to watch known abusers on the screen. Concert halls are full of people going to cheer on known abusers on stage. Even our White House is full of them. We don't actually care about abused women.
I told y'all they full of them. Y'all don't be listening to me. They full of pedos. I told you it's a pedo ring in there. Most of the people in the White House, and they did a thing on it too, and I know y'all tired of me talking about it, but let's be clear because we are knowing in the direction we are going. Most of them have abused their wives on the side that everybody loves so right.
Women. And so, as with most things, the best intervention is prevention. Like, babes, stop looking into dating advice. How do I get a rich man? How do I get a tall man? How do I get a man who's XYZ? Look into being like, if I'm in a relationship with a man, how do I make sure he's not one who will kill me? Abusers almost always use the same script. So I really think.
Okay.
I recently outed a soccer player for essaying me. On here on TikTok, I posted actual video evidence of him putting his hands on me. I showed the bruises, and his fans are now trying to gaslight me. And I just wanted to highlight this on my page because, you know, when you have been attacked by someone who is mentally unwell, this is something that they will do to make you blame yourself.
And look at the comments. At this point, just let someone do it to you. He didn't do nothing, mate. Wow.
And not believe your own story. So now his fans are actually coming to my page and saying some kind of weird thing. He was literally playing a match. Even though I have uploaded video evidence, there were police there. There are police reports of what happened. I also showed the great kit that I did. And in it, they just disregarded all the evidence. I showed all that to let people know that even though you may go through the process of, you know, showing all the evidence of what happened to you, that the
let me see if I can share. Let me stop sharing. I'm gonna do some emotional. Y'all can go check her out. I'm gonna play this and then we'll go to something else. I ain't even sharing with y'all. Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all watch the replay.
And he says, I was the one who messed up. I was the one. Back when me and my ex-husband were together, I had this purple 2-door Dodge Neon. It was my very first car. I got it with my own money. And he started to drive the car and started to take control of it. So there was one day I drove the car to work or something, and I noticed that it started to pull to one side. So I come to him and I'm like, hey, what's going on with my car? All of a sudden, it's doing this really weird thing. And without missing a beat, he says, it's probably the stupid way you drive. You know how you drive. So I'm like, maybe I, bumped into something and didn't realize it. So fast forward to a few years later, he's laughing, almost in a way that he's mocking me. And he says, I was the one who messed up that car. Interesting. Back when me and my ex.
So basically, he messed up her car because in his mind, he didn't want her to go anywhere. Let me stop sharing a bit. I'm gonna play a clip or something, a couple of clips with emotional abuse.
Y'all just give me 1 second. I'm speaking to every woman in this room right now. I had a guy who was just like that. I left him immediately. We ain't finna play no games like that. And I'm happily married. You know why? Because what I learned, and I had to learn it the hard way, is to stop falling for the reward. It's the positive reinforcement. It's that intermittent reinforcement that allows us to stay with these men. When you see the tactic, accept that that is who they are. That is their behavior. That is manipulative. Do not fall for the reward, all the affection and the love and the kisses and I'm sorries, I'm gonna change and all that. That's what they do. They give you reward and they pull you back in. And then they do the same thing and then you have this intermittent reward and they pull you back in. Stop falling for the reward. The moment I see that you have lied to me consistently, that you have manipulated me, that you have done something over and over, that I have to keep telling you about something that you did, that you disregarded me, you didn't consider me, that you have affected me, that you have hurt me in some capacity, and I have to keep on repeating this same conversation, I don't care about the apology. I don't care about the gifts. I don't care about none of that. But that comes with you also knowing your worth. That's the reason why we constantly say know your worth. You will not know your worth if you keep trying to find your worth in that man who's hurting you. You have to know what your worth is. So that means you need to take the time to get to know yourself and know what it is that you value and know what it is that you earn and what you will not allow. Y'all just
didn't know that emotional abuse can make you physically sick until it did. So as most of you know, I was in a 12-year-long emotionally abusive marriage. But a lot of you don't know that I also have a baby daddy who was emotionally abusing me by abusing the Prince George's County, Maryland court system. So both of these men emotionally abused me for 12 years simultaneously. Is that a word? Yeah. Anyway, so I end up having a lot of health concerns throughout this time. Mind you, throughout this time, I'm thinking I'm handling it. I'm doing well. My husband over here giving me silent treatments. My baby daddy over here taking me to court. I'm killing it. I'm doing it. I'm just toughing it out. Whole time my body was deteriorating. So here are a few symptoms that I was dealing with throughout that time. One, I was having hair loss. Like I had just started my locks, and I remember one day being in the drive-thru and I felt here, and I had little pieces of hair that were like this long. Come to find out, my hair was falling out. Another one, I had extremely heavy cycles. TMI, I was going through pads every 30 minutes like nobody's business. End up having to get iron infusions. I could not lose any weight, no matter how hard I tried, no matter what diet I got on. I could not lose any weight. My body was inflamed tremendously. My face looked like a blowfish. Well, not like that, but it was so inflamed and puffy. I dealt with what is called rosacea. I had all these tiny bumps all over my skin and all over my face. No matter what type of mask, cream, no matter what I did, I had all these tiny bumps all over my face that just would not go away. I also was dealing with allergies. Like I just could not stop sneezing and blowing my nose. I was just sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. When I was young, I had seasonal allergies in springtime, and I was allergic to animals with fur. But as I got to the height of my emotional abuse that I was dealing with, all day, every day, I had to carry tissue around. I could barely even get any rest while I was sleeping. I was also starting to deal with some sleep apnea, but that was because of the constant weight gain that was happening. Like I was gaining weight constantly. I could go days without eating. I could go on.
The same thing happened to my friend. Shout out to my friend. I'm so happy she married. If y'all play the replay, I wanted her to be up here to share her story, because to see her come out of that into this it made me cry. It's just so beautiful. My friend had high blood pressure. My friend gained weight. My friend was angry. My friend was always tired. She was always sick. She felt like she was doing so much. Then she started taking trips and doing things. Then she started getting used to doing it by herself. And my friend was detaching herself from her past relationship that she ended like a year, 2 years ago. And she ended it, and she was just doing so great. Like, she started doing things that she wanted to do with her life. She started to say no, and that's when it got worse. When she decided to leave, she got her an apartment. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this because it's gonna be an hour, but she got her apartment. She left. I'll never forget, she left him in there by himself. She moved, she packed her and her daughter things, and she left. For the first time in her life, when they were already separated for a certain situation, I let her tell it. I saw my friend go places. I saw my friend enjoy her life. I saw my friend feeling free. When she finally left for good, I never seen somebody just feel like a weight lifted off her shoulder. She was back losing her weight. She was back on eating right, doing right for her body. She hasn't had any blood pressure situation since she left that man.
Diets, it didn't matter. I would constantly gain weight. I also had to get blood transfusions because of my cycles being so heavy. All the while, this has nothing to do with my baby daddy or my husband. This is just me getting older and my body just, I need to eat cleaner, Here now today, being free from both of them, I'm not going back to court with the baby daddy ever again. He can go to court. I'm not going. Our son is almost 13 years old, sir. You can go to court. I'm not going. And the ex, he's moving right along. He's getting booted out the way as we speak. Ever since they have been removed, or ever since God removed them, I can eat McDonald's and lose weight. I could be around dogs and cats and not sneeze. This whole spring, well, it's summer now, but in the springtime, no allergies. I didn't have to take not one Zyrtec. You see the hair. Hair loss where? You see the skin. Rosacea where? You see the face. Inflammation where? When I say get rid of that Negro, get rid of that Negro. I didn't know that emotional abuse can make you physically sick until it did. So as most of you know,
get rid of it. And if you a man going through it, get rid of her. You don't deserve it either, because men go through it too. What other abuse was I talking about? Listen, look at this.
This is what happens. This is what happens. So if you try to find...
Now, excuse me that the comments on his petty. Somebody say, I'm not surprised he took all the food. Somebody else say, you need to lose weight as he clears out the whole fridge.
On me. Look to the western clouds. His daddy's moving to the springs. Yeah. Can't forget the sweets. Your fucking sacred sweets. You need to lose weight. Kobe. This is what happened.
That's what it is. Let me go to verbal. And then financial, because I want y'all to see this. Boy. And I want y'all to pay attention to verbal abuse. This man is giving him an example by talking to him, and he don't even know it.
I'm like, watch how slick you can be. So funny, bro. What, bro? I can't fucking laugh. No, bro. I just wonder what's so funny. Not everything's about you, bro. Damn, bro. You're sensitive as hell. It's not that deep, bro. I was literally just playing. No fucking wonder why nobody could fucking deal with you. What? I was just wondering why you were laughing. For real though,
He's
you need
showing
to have
him.
thicker skin if you ever plan on making it out of here. I'm dead ass. What? Yeah, because you act like a little fucking girl every time someone tries to like mess around with you, or anytime someone tries to confront you with something.
Bro, I was just asking why you were laughing. Are you making an example out of me right now?
If you're that sensitive, then maybe I am.
How? Bro, I just asked you what was so funny, bro.
Bro, how old are you?
Why does that matter?
Because, bro, you're acting like a little fucking kid. And that's verbal abuse. That's when people use criticism and name calling to verbally abuse you just for having a reaction of your own.
What does verbal abuse actually sound like?
Watch how slick we can be.
Play it one more time.
So funny, bro.
What? Bro, I can't fucking laugh?
No, bro, I just wonder what's so funny.
Not everything's about you, bro. Damn, bro, you're sensitive as hell. It's not that deep, bro. I was literally just playing. No fucking wonder why nobody could fucking deal with you.
What? I was just wondering why you were laughing.
For real though, you need to grow thicker skin if you ever plan on making it out of here. I'm dead ass.
What?
Yeah, because you act like a little fucking girl every time someone tries to like mess around with you or anytime someone tries to confront you with something.
Bro, I was just asking why you were laughing. Are you making an example out of me right now?
If you're that sensitive, then maybe I am.
How? Bro, I just asked you what was so funny, bro.
Bro, how old are you?
Why does that matter?
Because, bro, you're acting like a little fucking kid. And that's verbal abuse. That's when people use criticism and name calling to
million different ways how you don't matter. And at some point, we internalize that message. Abusive men don't accidentally stumble upon mean words. They use them strategically. They study you, they know what hurts you, and then they use those exact words. Words can humiliate you, they can dominate you, they can isolate you. When he says those really cruel things that just hurt you or crush you, that's on purpose. He knows exactly what he's doing. In fact, I would say that words are often their most accessible weapon because they can't always hit you. And trust me when I say that many of them that don't hit you would if they thought they could get away with it. In fact, one of the best parts about words is that it doesn't leave bruises and it's not illegal. These men will say things like, "You're crazy. Nobody else is gonna want you. Why are you so useless? You are so lucky that I put up with you. What is wrong with you? Why are you always trying to pick a fight with me?" And when he says that enough, you start to believe him. And yeah, when we're in it, maybe we think of these things as arguments or something, but the truth is it's indoctrination. Verbal abuse, it gets under your skin and it lives inside your head. It changes how you show up in the world. It changes how you feel about yourself. And honestly, to me, one of the worst parts about this is that the world just accepts this because the world will say things like, "It's just words." And he can hide behind, "It's not like I hit you," as if that makes him innocent, as if that is what he uses to tell himself that he's not really that bad of a guy. That type of abuse, in fact, that type of insidious covert abuse is often so much worse because nobody can see it. So maybe nobody believes you. She's left with damage and pain that nobody can see, which only minimizes it more, makes her question herself more. So you can really just take that "words have no harm" and shove it right up a million different ways how you don't matter. And at some point, we internalize that message. Abusive men don't accidentally stumble upon mean words. They use them strategically. They study you, they know what hurts you, and then they use those exact words. Words can humiliate you, they can dominate you, they can isolate you. When he says those...
Sorry y'all saw that text. If you did, I apologize.
Really cruel things that just hurt you or crush you, that's on purpose. He knows exactly what he's doing. In fact, I would say that words are often their most accessible weapon because they can't always hit you. And trust me when I say that many of them that don't hit you would if they thought they could get away with it. In fact, one of the best parts about words is that it doesn't leave bruises and it's not illegal. These men will say things like, "You're crazy. Nobody else is gonna want you. Why are you so useless?"
All right. So that's some of it. Here's a girl that actually recorded her whole thing. Hey, right. And yes, I agree. Here's a girl that recorded her experience. It was a guy on TikTok that went through it. I don't know if he left. I haven't seen him post anything else, y'all. I think he did leave and took like a really long break. He went through verbal abuse also with his girlfriend. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Your behavior right now shows how little
I'm
you care.
pissed!
And this is the example of you not being able to control yourself.
No, I'm controlling myself very well.
Very well. I am literally just asking you to please shut the door.
Oh no. Oh no. He'll have to go. Not in my house.
Now what? Your first offense when you're fucking around is I want a divorce.
That's
your
right.
first offense.
And that's your.
You shut down. You start saying I want a divorce.
Can you please stop yelling, please?
If you
freaking her,
actually
her nerves
fucking cared, what are you crying for?
The hell?
Because the kids can hear you, and I don't want them.
What, you don't want them to know we're getting a divorce?
I feel like there's better ways to go about this.
Oh, I feel like there's better ways to go about us. Jackie, I'm not fucking around on you.
Okay.
You have shut down for no goddamn reason. And I told you that it's causing me issues.
Right.
It's a vicious circle.
And then she has the baby, y'all. He would have pissed me off.
The only difference between this time and last time is I didn't fuck up. I didn't do anything wrong.
What?
I
If she
did
was
everything I was supposed
clown
to.
if you didn't do anything.
But yet you still are unhappy, which leads me to believe that you are fucking around.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Or you were unhappy to begin
Turn
with.
this. Okay.
And it didn't matter if I fucked up or not.
So he basically saying you want to leave and it didn't matter if I left or not. That's what he's saying. It happens in families, and this is.
Stop acting like that because she a light skinned bro. You just like everybody else, bro. What the f is so cute about this?
Why are you talking to a child like
What
that?
you mean? What you mean? No. Don't touch my son. Don't do nothing to my son. I do nothing. Did she smack you? Did I smack you all? Don't lie. I hit you against the wall. Didn't I push you? You're not gonna get in trouble. I pushed you, right? I pushed you, right? Oh, okay. Mind your business. That's not your child. Do you have your kids? 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 My son got a. Okay, we can call them to the school and everything, baby. Baby, I was just at my school, my son's school all yesterday.
I'm just asking.
I don't know who the lady is next to her, but y'all see her face like, what? So now she grabbed the little boy to pull her close to her. I don't know who that is, but if that's the grandma, I believe she got custody, and I think the grandma wanted it to go down that way.
You scared?
You can't
You
calm
scared?
down.
You was just upstairs playing the game. But you was just upstairs asking to play the game. Stop acting like that because she a light skinned bro. You just like everybody else, bro. What the f is so cute about this? What is so cute about you going against your own mama?
Why are you talking to a child like
What
that?
you mean? What you mean? I buy his shit. She don't do shit for her kids. So don't come at a mother and do it for their child. Big facts. I don't have my baby daddy. I take care of my son. I'm gonna give him a haircut tomorrow. I don't give a f about this. And I really want her motherfucking arrested for putting her motherfucking hands on me. Cause I could go down. I could really real like I said. I'll snatch your head. Okay. Every time I get my hair done, she get mad. Every time I get my hair done, you get mad. I'm worried about my son. She takes my phone all day nonstop. I don't take this girl at all. Where is him? Do you want to call my son's school? Do you want to go up there? I said she went like months. I ain't gonna lie. You was a relative.
Since she said January 26th.
Since she makes me?
That was the court. I had to go to court that same day.
Yeah, girl, so I pushed my baby. This cokehead ugly ass. No, her friend said that I punched him. Don't you think if I punched him it would have been a mark? I pushed him, and he always gonna jump. That's what I do. I even do that at school when he pushing on other kids. She didn't mind her business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Leave me alone. That's why I want to leave this building, bro. Leave. I am.
It looked like she is at the housing authority. And it looks like they gonna be in her business because she's on based on income. Y'all know when they have to report that stuff because of the fact if y'all have anybody that know that's on based on income and they feel anything wrong with them kids, they gonna call somebody if they see anything wrong. Because guess who getting based on income? Because of your kids.
Come on, let's walk out. You mad? You jealous of me? Hello? You jealous? Girl, yes, because it's my baby. Bro, I could, but I'm on papers, bro. You know, G, you know, on my mom, you know.
It's okay. Can I talk to you?
This bitch want me in jail because she bald headed, she low headed, she don't even got her money. All she worried about is sucking the next.
She going to jail, y'all. She going to jail. Why she coming in there? She going to jail.
G, she muffed me. She didn't beat me up. But you know I don't let nobody muff me, bro. Stop talking to me, bitch. What are you talking about? Stop talking, because she muffed me. That's why. Because if I did that to her, how much you want to bet y'all would have been quick as hell to arrest me?
You could have got jail anyway.
Quick as hell to arrest me.
I'm this close to arrest you now for putting your hands on
I didn't put my hands on my baby.
It's obvious that you're not treating him right.
What you mean it's obvious?
Yeah, it's obvious. Look at how you're talking. That's not how parents should talk.
Bro, I talk to my son like this on the day I pushed him. Stop acting like.
Let me see if it's a part 2, y'all.
I push you, right? I push you tomorrow. I don't give a about this. No, on my mom, you know.
It's okay.
Unless you want to bet y'all would be quick as hell to arrest me.
I'm this close to arrest you now for putting your hands on
I didn't put my hands on my baby.
It's obvious that you're not treating him right.
What you mean it's obvious?
Yeah, it's obvious. Look at how you're talking. That's not how parents should talk.
Bro, I talk to my son like this on the day I pushed him. I pushed him.
And you're admitting to me that you pushed him. That's not discipline. That's abuse.
No, it's not. Abuse would be beating him. I didn't beat my son.
Abuse would be what you're doing.
So abuse is pushing my son, shoving.
Yeah, that's abuse. But when you push and shove, the verbal abuse that she just did and then pushed him in his face like that's her boyfriend, that is verbal abuse. Sitting here, she probably tell him, if you don't do something, you just gonna not eat. That's part of abuse. So then, and then the sign of that little boy just inching against the wall under his whoever, I don't know if that's the principal or that's the teacher, but him inching up shows a level of abuse. She's going to jail. She is going to jail. In my Perez voice, you're going to jail. Police. She's going to jail. 911.
Tell him not to go that way. I basically pushed him.
Can you tell me what happened?
The opposite way.
What happened?
Bro, if I go to jail, bro,
This kid is obviously very scared of her.
You can go. You can go.
Don't, please stop
You can
talking.
go. I'm done. G, I'm done with this boy.
Tell me what happened.
G, I'm done with this boy. He really trying to act out just because of her.
Step out of the office, please. I'm gonna talk to the child.
Yeah, talk to the child alone.
Hi, what's your name?
Oh,
Tell me what happened. How old are you? You're 6? Okay. Can you tell me what happened today? You have a tissue or something? Tissue for your tears?
Oh, hell no.
I need to talk to him without you being here.
Hey, come here. Bro, they gonna make my son go against me.
Now she want to cry. You can't cry, say your son went against you when you the one. First of all, you are the only thing that he will learn to love when he get older. You are making it bad for him to come out like these other men who have a mother abandonment issues that are sitting here doing stuff they have no business. You are the closest thing to who he will love as a woman first. The same as fathers. You are the closest thing to a man teaching her how to treat her. By you not being in her life, knowing her, she is going to go to a man to do the same thing. The same with this boy. So now I pray that he grow up, he gets out of this situation, go to somebody that love him so he can be better, because this is how you have men who do not know how to love. Abusive. hate themselves, hate women, go on rants about women, do things to women because the mother does something or they see the mother being treated that way.
Can you tell me what happened? She pushed you? How did she push you? Tell me. Here, I'm gonna fix your shirt. Okay? You were what? You're
96 in the
great. What happened? Hit his head on the wall.
No, he didn't.
He hit his head on the wall, so she hit his head on the wall. Now she going to jail, y'all.
I hit you in your head. You did that. You got dramatic when I pushed you over because I was.
Yeah, this is sad, y'all. This is sad, and I'm glad they arrested her tail. You got dramatic when pushing. No, this is sad. You had no right to do that to a child.
Stop acting like that because she a life.
That didn't make no sense to say. Let me see. There is. Let's see. I'm gonna make one more, then I'm out of here. Financial abuse. This all ties in financial abuse. And then I'm finna go. So I always say it's nothing wrong with being a kept woman, honey. But please make sure you have your own funds sometimes if you know who you're dealing with.
Make a proposal for why my husband should buy these shoes for me. I can't put him in the video because he doesn't have a shirt on. But listen to what I'm gonna say. Okay. All right, babe.
This little boy get on my nerves. Sorry, I love my son, but he always connected his AirPods.
TikTok, listen to me propose. Make a proposal for why my husband should buy these shoes for me. I can't put him in the video because he doesn't have a shirt on. But listen to what I'm gonna say. Okay. All right, babe. I need about $100 for these 2 pair of shoes. Hold on, guys. Let me show you the shoes.
You know what? She joking. I'm not playing this. Hold on. I'm not going to play with her. I know who that is. I just thought about it.
Listen, ladies, a lot of women are suffering from financial abuse and they don't even realize it. Okay? How many women do you know enter into a relationship? Their credit was phenomenal. They had a savings account, had resources, a good paying job. And then at the end of the relationship, when it doesn't work out, credit has absolutely plummeted. They have no savings. They're stuck with financial obligations that are coming from this man because they wanted to show loyalty. They wanted to show they believed in the vision. But now when the relationship doesn't work, they are the ones that have debt collectors calling them day and night because they thought struggle love was a way to show a man that I am with you regardless of the facts. But when the disrespect starts happening, the cheating, the lies, realize this man was never who he claimed to be. But now they can't even afford to leave because they put everything in the hand of this man, believing that he had the best interests of both of them when really he was only out for it for himself. Ladies, do not be one of these ladies. Build your credit, build your legacy, protect your investments. And if a man wants to go 50-50 with you on anything, it should only be a business that he's willing to put capital into. Protect your credit, protect your name, my love. Listen, ladies, a lot of women are suffering from financial abuse and they don't even.
Financial independence is so important for women. I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care how young you are. I don't care how in love you are. I just saw an interview with that Justin LeBoy did, and it was with some athlete. I think the guy's a basketball player, and he had a girlfriend. Him and the girlfriend decided that she was going to have an apartment that she could not afford. So he said, all right, I make $200 million. So I'll go half on it with you. Like, how much can you afford? And I will make up the rest. Well, fast forward, of course they broke up. But now, apparently, she's like in this lease, according to him. And the interviewer said, well, are you going to pay the rent? Like, what you going to do since y'all broke up? And he was like, well, it depends on if she act right. This is what I be talking about. Women are too quick to give up their control of themselves and their own futures because they see something shiny. And it's really disgusting. Like, I was thoroughly disgusted by this guy because effectively what he was conveying was, I would consider, a level of financial abuse in a relationship. So anywho, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I personally don't think, because I'm too much of a control freak, I personally don't think that I would get into a situation where my housing would be at risk if a relationship didn't work out. But I mean, to each his own. But let me know, did y'all see that interview? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
All right, y'all. So I'm into here. I will be doing a part 2. I'm going to call my girl up tomorrow. If you guys watch the replay, and I want to thank you guys for supporting, watching the replay, coming in, watching a little. I know it's triggering. We will be talking about the boobies. We will be talking about, excuse me, y'all, he's getting babied. We will be talking about the boobies and how you can, tomorrow, because it's breast cancer awareness, we're going to talk about the boobies. I will, if you know anyone with a domestic violence situation, just love on them. Be there for them, answer their calls, help them through situations, have private conversations, whatever you can do, help them. Trust me, it's a lot of it going around. And tomorrow I'm going to share, well, let me see if I can share that story about the young lady that was so like, everybody got to run to the baby. Everybody got to run to the baby. Shh. Let's see. I'm going to play this and then we're going to end it.
Let me tell y'all, they are talking about this guy, California guy, and he's a lawyer. Look at the screen. He is a lawyer, honey. And what he did to this mother is unthinkable. She gathered up her kids that morning to go drop them off at school. But her ex-boyfriend, he wasn't having it. Do you know he stalked her? Mind you, he was stalking her for some time after she broke things off with him. These men cannot take rejection. They cannot take when a woman break off with them. And so she have her kids. She's about to drop them off at school. He blocks her in. I got the mama talking. I got the whole report, so don't go nowhere, okay? He blocks her in, gets out the car, all this yelling and stuff. You know, the neighbor cameras is recording everything. People looking out the window like, what's going on? Child, you would think, I know he ain't gonna kill her in front of the kids. I know he ain't gonna kill her in front of her own kids. Yes, honey, this black man killed her in front of her own kids, okay? And then the neighbors came out. Then he drove off. You know, he didn't want to get caught, so he drove off. The neighbors came out, and they was, you know, taking the kids away from the car. And it didn't happen in her neighborhood, but neighbor, as far as it happened in a neighborhood while she was taking her kids to school that morning. So I want you guys to watch this video. Let's talk about it. I may stop and stop and respond, but honey, it's been happening a lot. We were just talking about this story in Chicago with this other girl.
They care for the 3 young sons she's left behind.
Two of her sons, ages 9 and 5, were sitting in the back of their mom's Jeep and
Wait a damn minute. Jessica, is that a damn filter? Jessica, we gotta talk.
witnessed her being shot and killed.
The best thing that I can ask anybody to do is lift this family up and her 3 boys up to God.
A neighbor's surveillance camera captured part of what happened. Around 8:45 a.m., Franklin was driving her boys to school when a silver Mercedes pulls up alongside her, and then in front of her, blocking her path. She's seen backing up her Jeep. Police say Franklin's estranged boyfriend, 43-year-old lawyer Deshaun McBride of San Pablo, gets out, walks up to her, argues with her for a few seconds, and shoots her. He can be seen walking back to his car and drives off in his Mercedes. Another neighbor, a woman, walks the victim's 2 sons away from the Jeep. Police credits neighbors with helping them identify McBride as the suspect.
It was broke my heart because it's the guy, whoever it did, they're doing in front of the children. This morning I was really hurt. I can't believe it.
We're having a hard time dealing with this because most of us are parents, just like myself, and we can't imagine. We just can't imagine having our children watch their mother be murdered.
The godmother of Franklin's 9-year-old son says she's spoken with the boy.
He said, I miss my mama. He killed my mama. And I miss my sunshine. That's what he calls his mom.
Franklin's family tells me she was in cosmetology school and her dream was to open up a nail and hair salon. Her sister says Franklin had been with the suspect for about a year, but moved from Oakland back to Richmond when that relationship ended.
He'd been stalking her for he pulled up on me the other day and asked him where she was at yesterday. And I saw him yesterday around 6 o'clock p.m. Any information leading to finding this person?
All right, y'all. Let me go to another one that she recently talked about.
Woo! Rest in peace, Mariah. 10 times. Honey, I'm always out. 2 months, and this man, I'm telling you, he had issues.
I will be talking more about Mariah Samuel's story. I'm going to drop in to talk about that. What did tomorrow is? Thursday. So we will be discussing that as well.
Before he met her, only few months. I mean, it's no excuse if he known her for 10, 15 years. He's 50 years old and she's in her 30s. Y'all got to get out this idea of dating older is better. These men and older, they got that old mentality. They are crazy. Let's continue on.
And he got her. Filed an order of protection and that she was in contact with police. Mariah posted what appears to be minutes before her death on Facebook, saying she was being stalked that morning and that law enforcement wasn't doing enough. David Wright was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and
Hold on. Did you hear what they said? That morning. These men kill in the morning. Look at it. The report I just talked about, that California lawsuit, if you haven't seen that, beautiful. And he wanted to hit on her. He wanted to beat on her. Okay? And it's crazy that, I don't know. Man, y'all got to stop vetting these men. Okay? Ask them in the beginning. Do you hit on bitches? Do you hit on women? Have you ever hit on women? Let them know. I don't play hitting stuff. I will call the cops. Let them know. Listen, I got family members that are cops. I love being a rat. Don't tell them you ain't a rat because they feel like you're not going to tell.
Listen, please do a background check on whoever you date, men and women. Please, to the ladies and the men that have found their person and it's great. I applaud y'all right now, but please do a background check, single ladies. We really have 2 single men as well. There's some psychos out here. I'm going to leave it here. I do my part 2 tomorrow. I'm going to try to get in contact with my friend who, I had a friend. She also went through the same thing. I'll let her tell her story. If you know anyone that's going through it, like I said before, help them out. Be there for them. Be a listening ear. Figure out a plan for them. It's going to be hard to get them away because they're scared, but just let them know you are there. And I'm going to be honest, if a victim have, no matter male or female, have a surrounding support, they're going to make it through. I want to thank y'all for watching. Tomorrow, don't forget, we're talking about the boobies. And I'm going to talk about the boobies too. Ladies, the girls on our chest are our best friend. We got to do right by them. Okay? Besides being pillars. Thank y'all for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might talk about Mariah Samuels tomorrow as well. We'll see how the day goes. I got things to do too. Thank y'all for coming in to watch. I'm thinking, before I leave, let me see what else, because another... I'm sorry y'all heard my sister. She the best with my son because let me tell y'all something. These kids love watching old school videos. You have Health Literacy Month, National Bullying Prevention Month, Pregnant and Infant Loss. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that, disability, employment awareness, ADHD. I'm going to talk about all those things just to educate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So I'm going to be covering other things and I'm going to jump in with that. And please look at the signs, y'all. Thank you for watching. Later.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Birds singing in the dead of night.